I'm back at the hospital today. It's also raining. I should get my blood test results today. Alright, I'm done. That took an hour and a half. It'll be 2 hours by the time I get home. Not as long as last time, but it's a sizable chunk out of my day, but it is for the best. I've got a prescription to pick up now. It still looks like I'm gonna need to get my tonsils out at some point. I've been told that I can't drink alcohol for 10 days, which is certainly not the worst thing in the world, and if it helps my throat get better, then great. But not the best time to go nearly 2 weeks without drinking right before Christmas.
Yes, just right there on the side.
I was halfway home, but I just realised that I need to take this prescription to the hospital pharmacy and not my GP like the last time. So, walk back to the hospital. Alright, got the prescription. Oh, that's the bus I need in the distance. The next bus is like 10 minutes away, so I'm just gonna cycle. I'm actually having such a bad month. When will my bad luck end? Looks like I'm waiting for that bus. City Map is now claiming it's still 16 minutes for this bus. I'm sure lots of you come to this channel for positivity and motivation. I hope you're getting that from my misfortune. At least the rain stopped though, it's quite a nice day now. Oh, hi Roomba. Roomba just cleans while we're out, it's great. These tablets seem pretty serious. I'm not the best at remembering to take tablets and remembering whether I have taken a tablet or not. So one thing I like to do is to take a Sharpie and just write on the days that they need to be taken. But this just makes it much easier to keep on top of the prescription and keep track of where you're at. I have this huge lens which I bought about a year ago and I don't really use it much. I just got it out and put it on the camera. It's really fun. It was fairly cheap. A lens, like an 800mm lens, would usually cost thousands of pounds. This was about £80. But it's not that bad. I'm going to see if I can get a few time lapses with it and see how they turn out. Let me know what you think. I'm now going to continue with the Monto coding test. Okay, so I'm still working on the Monto test. It's fine, it's not too late yet. But I've just had an email from Triptease telling me that they will not be giving me an offer. So, second rejection so far, still 0 offers for jobs. And like I said, this is fine, it happens. It's just a bit depressing, and it's a shame when I spent so long there yesterday. That was like my whole day. Kind of for nothing. I think what I can take away from this is they're giving me some detailed feedback. I haven't read it all yet, but I think next time I can be better in an interview. Oh, but yeah, not the best news. I had a feeling this would happen though. I guess I'll just continue the Monto test. That's pretty much the only other thing in the pipeline at the minute. And when I get a chance, I want to apply for some more jobs. This Monto coding challenge is testing my memory of some computer science topics. Having to remind myself about graphs and matrices. I wonder if this reflects what developers there do day to day. Because most software development jobs, you don't really need a lot of computer science knowledge. It helps, but you're not applying the knowledge directly every day. It's Friday morning. I'm making an unexpected trip back to the hospital today. Not for me this time. Roger, I believe, got taken to A&E last night. I don't know many details. I have one text from him from really early this morning. It took me a while to find out where he actually is, but 30 minutes on the phone later, I believe he's in Nightingale Ward. I think he fell off his bike last night. But I don't know how he is. I'm gonna go and find him. Alright, I found him. He's doing alright. He's just got a really swollen face. I've been with him for a few hours. I'm not going to stay too much longer. They're keeping him in overnight just to make sure he's okay because he's had a head injury. But he left his phone in A&E. I'm going to try to get it back. I have no idea where I'll find it. Unfortunately, I've had no luck. All the staff here though are super helpful. I'm going to head home. His mum's on her way to see him, and I'll come back tomorrow when he gets discharged. It's been a couple of days since I last vlogged. Roger spent another night in the hospital. I went to visit him again. So that whole incident took up most of my weekend. He's been released now, he's back at home. Let's go and see how he's doing. Roger lives within walking distance of me, so it's quite easy to get to his flat. It's looking a lot better. On Friday, when I first saw him in the hospital, it was very swollen. So on Thursday, Roger went to the pub after work. He was out fairly late. When he got home that night, he couldn't get into his flat.
I'd lost my keys, so I tried to get to Jake's flat.
But he made the bad decision to cycle to my flat. So you got a bike out, a Boris bike. What happened next?
Don't remember.
What's the next thing you remember?
Waking up in hospital and being told that I fractured my skull.
We don't know what happened in that gap between Roger deciding to try to get to my flat because he was locked out and ending up in hospital. We don't know who called an ambulance for him. I had no idea what was going on at this point. It wasn't until the next morning you managed to send a text to me like 5 seconds before your phone ran out of power, saying that you were in hospital. I didn't know which hospital, I only guessed. That was enough for me to find where you were. So, fractured skull, sounds quite serious. What have the doctors told you about it?
I think that one's okay, but I've also broken something there.
Some nasty injuries, but everything should get better. Lucky that there's going to be no permanent damage. Really annoying that we don't know what happened though.